Okay, now if we talk in the next part of applications, if we talk about the applications, I have covered the applications of the ANI. So in AGI, if I have listed by bifurcation that what is the application of AGI and what is the application of the ASI. So this has not been achieved yet, not been achieved yet. This have not been achieved yet. This is our sole aim. This is our aim. Okay, to achieve the ASI perspective, artificial super intelligence. So we are currently here in AGI mode, artificial general intelligence. So what should be its application, where we will arrive by now, where we are currently in. They are priority decision making. So priority decision making, as the name implies, that we have to prioritize our decisions. If certain kind of this concept has already been you can say felt by you that when we talk about the interrupts, then we have two types of interrupts, maskable and non-maskable. So okay, in maskable interrupt, that can be masked, that can be we can say provoked, or we have if we have certain emergency conditions, we can invoke certain most needed interrupts in a process, and the current process have been halted with the help of these maskable interrupts. These interrupts itself can be masked, can be halted, can resume at any time, depends upon the necessity of the process. And this necessity of the process criteria has been covered under, we can say, when we study advanced computer architecture. Okay, a very important, very good book in my mind that comes for the advanced computer architecture. I think so. It's of PHI publication that I have read, and I'm very much impressed from that book. Okay, so apart from that, if we discuss about the AGI aspect, where certain kind of we can say the thing is certain kind of what goes slips in the mind, heuristics is less, and in the whole bar coverage there is also been introduced the cognitive abilities. Cognitive abilities are must in the AGI application, whether it might be 20%, 10%, or less than 10% might be possible, but in the AGI application, cognitive abilities are always be present. Okay, so means certain kind of independent thinking procedures have been initiated. Okay, so what can be its application? Priority decision making things, or we can say all priority decision making algorithms comes under this aspect. Expert systems comes under this. Speech text conversion, real time operating system. Okay, if at this moment I want to clarify that if any of the student is seeing this video, he is very well aware about the difference between the OS and RTOS. Difference between the operating system and real time operating system. Actually, real time operating system responds very fast in comparison to the general operating system. Okay, certain kind of routines have been added to the operating systems that we will most of the BTech graduates will study this advanced in this advanced OS part, and RTOS itself is a selective branch, open elective subject in the final year of the BTech. Okay, so basically if I go by layman language, then RTOS is a response very fast comparison to the operating system OS. So okay, so that's why this is called the real time, because we have to generate our responses based on the real time incident, or we can say the real time drastically changing or dynamic input stimulus. Okay, so because we have dynamic and drastically changing input stimulus, so RTOS responds for that. And we have general operating systems in our PCs, like we can say all the systems program like Windows, XP, and many more, the recent advancements of the Windows operating systems, as well as Linux as well, that comes under the OS. This is the general, we can say, because sometimes we found that OS is already written as GPOS, general purpose operating system. So GPOS, general purpose operating systems, comes under this category of the operating system. Real-time operating system is certain kind of other thing where we use certain kind of advanced scheduling algorithm that preempt the process in between in a very efficient manner. Okay, so that the generated response will be very fast with respect to the input dynamically changing, or we can say dynamic input stimulus. Okay, so for that we have RTOS. So if we analyze these points for the AGI application, we saw that we have found a similar thinking that in AGI applications we have all time of real-time entities have been governed. We can say we have real-time action reaction chain. So the thing is, what I am trying to say that in what we have just acquired till now, that in AGI applications, or if we talk about the artificial general intelligence, here we deal with the dynamic data. The dynamic data has been updated, and we have to ensure the atomicity as well. That the dynamic data has been in full veracity, will satisfy the full veracity that we have authenticated data, or authenticated updation should be there. So basically I am trying to say that in AGI applications we are in search of, or we basically deals with the veracity of data. Now a new terms come here, veracity. Veracity means the data that has been given in response to the customer request, that is authenticated. We have to check the authentication at atomic level, not atomicity of the physics, but atomicity means, in atomicity in computer science means that each and every transaction should be authentic, or we can say authenticated, authorized, we can say, and it should be that if a shared memory is there and a customer 1 has updated this shared memory, and that the customer 2, if it takes this that data that has been updated from this shared memory, then it should be thoroughly updated. Okay, so we can say, if we talk about the atomicity, we basically ensures that updation and retrieval of data should be in a proper synchronous manner. Okay, so in AGI application we have priority decision making expert system. If we talk about the expert system, each and every aspect here is a branch in itself. Expert system contains all the knowledge of the domain experts in various domains. This will form a system that is expert in all domains. Okay, so why this is required? Because each and every individual is not a domain expert of many things. It can be an expert of a single thing. If we consider a system that incorporates knowledge, huge knowledge of all the domain experts, that means that information system is an expert of all the systems. Okay, so it contains the knowledge of the thing that is, we can say, that is brilliant of the brilliance. We can say this system is the brilliant among the brilliance, because it contains knowledge of all the domain experts that any individual can have the knowledge of a single domain, not for all domains, but this system has the knowledge of all domains, because we have feed their domain knowledge of various domain experts in that single system. Okay, now speech text conversion, why this has been incorporated in this AGI application? The main thing is that speech text conversion occupies the thing in which when we speak, the flow rate, or we can say flow rate of data in the speech is highly populated, or we can say in high speeds. So for such system to manage to convert that audio signal into a text format, that is conversion to the ASCII characters, basically governs the flow control for both the system, speech system as well as text system. If the synchronization between the speech system and the text system would be there, then this system will work properly. That's why this has been put into AGI, because very slow systems, sluggish systems, or general ordinary systems cannot perform that task in a very synchronized manner. Okay, the thing is that in this the term written here is like, if anybody thinks that's a very common term, speech to text conversion, but actually this is a very complicated process in which the audio signal, that is the analog form, that is being converted into a text signal that is in digital form. With a proper flow rate, we have to maintain the flow rate also, because when we speak anything, then the rate of the speech or rate of the audio signals generated would be much more than the conversion rate. Okay, so we have to match the flow control for speech to text conversion. That's why I have been put into the AGI application. Okay, next, RTOS I have already stated. Now the thing is, what we want to achieve. Certain applications, new pattern analysis by its own. The thing is, new pattern, first thing to consider here, that is new. That should not be old, that should be new. Now pattern analysis has already been done by us now at times also, but we have to analyze a new pattern by its own. This is a very important thing, by its own. That is, the machine has been sensible enough that it analyzes the new pattern, not confronting with associative memory each time, because confronting with the associative memory each time will generate a time lag, or we restrict by the time complexity as well as space complexity as well. So generation of the new pattern, analysis of the new pattern by its own. So a new name has been given to this topology. These are called beacons, BEACONS, beacons in computer science. So beacons are the basically self-repairing, self-healing, self-transmitting systems. So they can transmit or heal or and all the things that is required for the operational purpose has been done by the machine itself. Okay, so we have we have coined the term as beacons. This is a very important term that is used nowadays, and basically this term, if you want to search more about that, then you have to read about the adaptive control. Beacons are basically, when you explore more about the beacons, you will reach towards the adaptive controls. Adaptive controls. So that's why now most of the students now think that adaptive control structure, these are the part of the EC. That's why I have been very much confirmed. I have already stated that artificial intelligence is not a sole proprietary of the computer science. I am itself a computer science engineer, but if you made a product, each time you will find that none of the product have been formed from a single engineering perspective. You have to calculate, you have to merge the engineering sciences. That's why the nowadays Indian government is focusing on robotics, industrial automation, mechatronics, these kind of interdisciplinary sciences, because they relate the subjects, and in the later part I will show you how this AI has been related to many more aspects of the engineering sciences as well. Okay, so now this, if you want to read more about the beacons, you can search for the adaptive control structures, where you find various kind of stability theorems, like Lyapunov stability theorems are there, and various other structures for fuzzy systems, optical computing, that merges to form a beacon. That this beacon is a very hypothetical phenomenon nowadays. It has not been practically implemented in physical manner in full efficiency, but if we explore the adaptive control structures in more sophisticated form, we will definitely achieve a beacon structure for a definite, for a specific system. Okay, so now first is new pattern analysis by its own. Second is self-repairing nodes. Self-repairing nodes I have already covered the beacons. If anybody have read about the DCN, data communication networking, there we have prepared destination table for each node, routing table for each node, from where the packet has been arrived, from where the packet has from which node has the packet has to be in process, or we can say the next, what would be the next node, what would be the previous node, all the data has been covered under this. So if we talk about, if we consider here, I have to rub it some aspects. So if we talk about the node structure, then we have certain kind of topologies like mesh topology, star topology. Okay, this type of topology is the mesh topology. So these are the entities, or we can say nodes. Okay, so what would be the thing if one node has been cut off or got disturbed or got infected, then how the data will propagate from this to this without this. So now if any kind of this thing has been happened, then either the data will route to from different nodes, not from here. If this is infected, the data will not counterpart from here, it will propagate from here also, the nodes that are functioning well. But we change the topology. Okay, we have to change the topology. If we have star, then if the central node has been bugged up, then we are very much helpless in star topology. This is the main cause of failure of the star topology. Okay, so the thing is, we have to change the topology. Now if we adapt the structure of the beacons, then this, if this node has been corrupted, or we can say if infected, then this node will heal by itself. How it will be possible? I will reach during the lecture hours in the later section. Okay, so this is the thing. That's why it's ASI. That beacon, the concept of beacon has not been achieved in full manner right now. Now self-repaying nodes. Next, the last thing that what I have listed here, this is not actually the last thing. Many more applications are there, but I have just converged to some major aspects. Okay, so next thing is high machine consciousness. Now machine consciousness is very important. If we see in the various YouTube videos, various kind of things have been achieved, various kind of automata. We can say when we achieve, or we can gather knowledge of the automata subject, where we have shown some states that a transition from this state to this state has been achieved. Okay, the system works in this manner also. Now the thing is that machine consciousness is basically deals with imparting emotions. If we impart emotions apart from the motions, if we impart, a very important thing, if we impart emotions apart from the motions to a machine, motion has been governed, various kind of actuators are there. I have already covered this machine locomotion thing, mobile robotics. I have covered all these things in the mobile robotics section. Various videos have already been uploaded in my channel. But if we talk about the locomotion or location, okay, or motion, that we have certain states, from this state to that state. Now we have to add up emotions also. When we add up emotions, then we have to add some states of emotions also. Okay, if we add this emotions state to this motion state, that will add up to the machine consciousness. That is, machine is conscious for all the things, not for its physical thing, not for its physical motion, as well as emotional thing as well. Now how this can be achieved? These all things have been called under the soft computing strategies. How states have been defined, how input stimulus has been covered, these all comes under the soft computing. Is a branch of computer science that deals the software counterpart, that how a machine learns by the states and how it forms. What if I say something about we have made the NAND, NOR logic and certain kind of logics. These all logics have been already been made with the help of soft computing strategies like artificial neural models. Various kind of artificial models, neural models are there. We have map input model that is most frequently adapted, and it will frequently converges all the gates with the help of formulation of all the gates with the help of thresholding function, as well as with the help of artificial neural model. Okay, so all this can how a machine learns by itself, how beacon state has been achieved, that will cover under the soft computing paradigm. Okay. Now, in the previous part, we have covered that what are from where we have to start the elaboration, or we can say the study of the AI. Okay. So in this part, I want to just brief you that how AI works. I have prepared already a video about the working of AI as well as ChatGPT, AI engines, AI applications, where I have discussed the various kind of attention functions. With the help of attention function, how we can take the control for a different processes that arises during the supervision, or we can say during the working of the AI engine, to generate the control commands to the actuator that will further propagate to the end effector or end of arm tooling to perform the task. Okay, so that all has been covered in the section where in which I have developed this we can say this video, I think 2 to 3 months before, how AI works. Okay, so now apart from that, now in the very basic terminology, I just want to share with you that how artificial machine engine or how AI engine works. So actually the whole of this game belongs to two things. First is resource, what we call resource, and second is control over the resource. Okay, these two things basically define the basic nature of AI. So definitely it is very well notifiable that if we have a good control over the resource, we can exploit the resource fully in a very efficient manner. Okay, so based on this hypothesis, if you study some more in some deep form to the AI, you will easily reach to a algorithm where this algorithm is called artificial bee colony algorithm. I have chosen this algorithm with a purpose, as well as similar to that kind of algorithm is, I think so, it's ant colony algorithm is also there. Yeah. So these type of algorithms basically are considered as the most advanced algorithms for understanding the AI applications, how AI applications have been generated. So if you see in a very drastic manner, that here we have taken the help of natural agents. These natural agents will be like bee is there, ant is there. We have taken the natural agents. Why we have taken that? And I have also taken the why ant and bee, because actually these are very we can say in comparison to a real world other we can say animals, insects, these can be considered to be of that nature that can retain in a state in their mind, as well as propagate to the next state based on some specific behavior. Most of the students have not will not in the state of mind to understand my thing. I am just restating that why these natural agents have been taken to construct this algorithm. Because the fact is that these bee and these miniature creatures can retain their state, as well as perceive the word in a definite format, as well as retain the information in their state to propagate to the next state. We have seen the bees in a line. Most of this architecture have not been followed by many of the animals, but these ants follows a definite path to their destination. So how an ant can perceive its state, how it will pass its current state to the previous one, so that the previous ant will follow that to reach the next location of the next. That's why these agents these natural agents have been taken for this algorithm perspective. the very important thing to consider here is that in both of these algorithms, I have taken as an example, okay, in both of these examples, in these algorithms, both bees and ants follows us, or we can say if we develop it in artificial manner, if we develop them as an artificial manner, then both bees and ants follow a common property. That common property is context save property. So the agents we use in the AI algorithms have a common, we desired a common role, we desired a common thing is that they should retain their property whenever they switch the state. So these properties can be covered under a term called context save. This term we will cover under the OS when someone has read the concept of the OS, basic operating system. Then context save is a, we can say, is a topic there in which when we move to a state, then we retain the information of the state, or when certain kind of interrupts have been generated, then we retain the concept of the state from where the system has been halted. Okay, so in both of these natural agents, one common thing we want to exhibit, that all these natural agents contains the context save, must contain the context save property, and this property has already been have with us in a conceptual as well as technical manner. When we in the previous sessions, when we can say when certain kind of inverters are there attached with the systems, then if the light or if a power cut has been done, then the word or application software saves the current work in a form of a file in a clipboard, and when you restart this application software, then this context save data has been reopened from there also. So if the user has not saved the data, or we can say work, due to some emergency manner, then the system will automatically save if an emergency power failure has been occurred. Okay, so the thing is, so why is it related to the AI system? The AI system basically covers resource and control over resource. Based on these two algorithms, if we take an example, if we take the best example I will prefer is the artificial bee, because here we bifurcated three types of bees here. This is a very important phenomenon. We have scout bees, and each entity has a definite work to do. Scout bees. The second is employed bees. And third category of bees is onlooker bees. Onlooker bees. Okay, so this is a very important concept, because I have taken this algorithm to understand the AI, that how AI works, because here a bee has been bifurcated in three categories. Three type of bees has been incorporated, has been generated artificially, and we can also explain the AI algorithm with the help of genetic algorithm as well, because there also crossword mutation selection operators are there that perform the specific person. But this, I think this concept will more clarify your doubts about the AI. Okay, so why? Because the beauty of this algorithm is that this natural agent have been bifurcated in these three perspectives, and these three perspectives have been worked differently to generate an optimal solution. Now the sole purpose of these three things is to generate the optimal solution. What is the meaning of optimal solution in engineering? Optimal solution is that solution that is very much efficient in terms of space and time complexity. If anything that satisfy a minimum space and time complexity, that is the most optimal thing. Okay, so these three type of bees basically are used to generate optimal solution. Now how we bifurcated this type of bees? Now the concept arises from here. We have a resource and we have a control over resource. These two things. So if the first, that is a scout bees, searches for new food resources. Okay. Now if we continue, if we take the natural agent, our resource would definitely be a food. For each animal, or we can say for each entity in a system, the major resource is food. And second, give the control over the resource, that is control over the food. Okay? Control over food. So first is food and second is control over food. So the beauty of this algorithm is scout bees searches for new food resources. The sole purpose of this kind of bees is to search for new food resources. Okay. The sole purpose of the employed bees is search food around the food source. Search food around the food source. And the sole purpose of the onlooker bees is select good food source. The beauty is that if we see that the scout bee searches for new food source. Now, independent of the fact that this food source have how much of food, or we can say this resource entity has how much of resource. So at this perspective, if we draw a very flowchart like diagram, that how this system generates the AI thinking strategy. First we have to select, we have to search. First we have to search for food source. First we have to search for food source. Now at this time we don't have the information that this food source have how much of food. Okay. Now this information has been shared to the employed bees. This has been worked by the performance has been done by the scout bees. Okay, it searches for food source irrespective of the manner, irrespective of thinking the fact that this food source have how much of food. Now this information sharing has been done and the information passes to the next bee, that is the employed bee. Okay. Employed bees. The sole purpose of the employed bees is search food around the food source. Search food around food source. Okay. Now the sole now we have listed the food sources. Now we have to search that which food source have how much of food. Okay. So this is basically, we can say, control. Okay. So this is search for the food source, search for the resource, search for the more sophisticated, if we deep penetrates over the control over the resource, then we can say that this is the food source and this is the food. Okay, food is the main resource and food source is, we can say, control, because the entity that has control over this food source will fully occupy this food. Okay, so our first vision is to search for the food source. Our next vision is to search each food source has how much of food. This is done by the employed bees. This information, when we search for when we sort that this food source has this much of food, we prepare a listing that this food source 1 has 2 units of food, food source 2 has 1 unit of food, food source 3 has 3 units of food. So, okay, till now we have this table. This is a very important phenomenon, that how an AI machine works. This is a basic phenomenon. How we think that an AI algorithm should work. Now, this has been done by the employed bees. Scout bees pass information about the food source, all food sources, irrespective of the fact that this food source has food available or not. Next information, this information pass for, now we have food source, we have searched for how much of food each food source has, that has been that has been searched by the scout bees. Now the thing is, select the good food source. This is done by the onlooker bees. Select good food source. This is by onlooker bees. So the most important thing here, automatically this will formulate the optimal solution. Here optimal solution has been automatically generated, because at this level, after passing information in 3 levels, this level automatically gets, we have this table, automatically at this point of time, which food source has been selected? Food source 3 has been selected, because it has 3 units of food. Okay, so at this point of time, optimal solution has already been acquired. So we have phased queries, we have leveled, we have classified the work of each natural agent, so that we obtain the optimal solution in a very symmetric manner. That's why I have selected this artificial bee colony algorithm to show that how an AI system works.